I promise I was trying to give y'all part 21, but it just would not load. But let's get it. So now here I am busting my ass trying to work all these jobs because I know that I still have to provide for my daughter who's in a different state. My mama basically was just like, I'm doing this, that, and the third. I'm doing the most because I won't let her in my room, this, that, and the third. But I'm like, of course, like, y'all don't want me to touch y'all stuff. So yes, I know I'm living in your house, but why would I want you sitting on my bed doing all this extra stuff when I can't even touch your stuff? So now we fast forward to where I actually quit or got fired from Walmart. Now, I don't know if it's because I got fired or not, but me and my mom started talking a little bit more and we ended up being close. Now, this was more towards, I want to say March or April, somewhere around there. Yeah, part 22. I told you I was in the process of moving, so now let's get part 22. So we're going to fast forward to where it got around my daughter's birthday. So we booked a trip to go to Disney World for her birthday. Me, my wife, my aunt, and her kids in Florida. Now, I did not invite my mom because one, she's not gonna get on any rides, and two, my baby sister was not even one at the time. Now, before all of this, I had already made my mind up that 2016 was gonna be the year that I bring my baby back because I was gonna move out. So in the process of booking the trip, well, that was already booked, but just telling my mom about the trip, she was like, she wanted to go, but she didn't have a babysitter for, you know, my baby sister, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, if you go, what are you going to do there? Like, I don't mind you going, but what are you going to do there? She was like, oh, I can stay at the house, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, so basically in my head, like, you want a free trip. I get you want to be around your granddaughter, but you really don't want to spend time with us. That's basically it. Let me give y'all part 23 before I start cleaning. Part 23. So we get down to Florida, and of course, you know, I got this whole thing set up for my daughter, and I missed her dearly. So I'm just like, yeah, this is about to be the best birthday ever. So throughout the time there, you know, of course, I'm spending all my time with my daughter, making it about her. Of course, that's what I'm supposed to do because I'm her mama and it's her birthday. But because I'm in a different state as her, it was just crazy. So now we get towards the end of this trip. And yes, I'm fast forwarding. We get towards the end of the trip. And we went to the outlet and I just like brought my daughter all types of stuff. And when it was time for us to go, of course, she went with my aunt. And we hugged each other so tight. And we was both crying because we're like, you know, I don't want you to go back with Auntie. I want you to come back home with me. And she's like, Mommy, I want to go back home with you. So I'm like, yeah, like that. It really sunk in for me. So now I get in the car with my wife and I tell her what happened because she had already hugged my daughter. And then we started talking about bringing my daughter back. Part 24. So now let's fast forward to... like August, September, somewhere around there. So I was trying to find every way possible to get my daughter back to South Carolina. I was asking friends to help me, like, okay, can we get flights? Can I use your card? This, that, and the third. Now I had a card, but the card needed to be in the shop. So I didn't have money to get everything that I need to get fixed outside of my normal oil change. I was even asking family members, like, hey, can I use your card so I can go get my baby? Everybody was like, no, I can't do this and I can't do that. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. So now, the person that I told y'all, the uncle that let me or asked his mama, can I stay with him? He actually ended up renting a car in his name so I can go drive down to Florida to get my baby. So me and my wife ended up getting a car that he rented in his name and we ended up going to get my baby from Florida. I know I look crazy, but anyway, part 25. So now we get my daughter from Florida and now she's in South Carolina with me. And of course, I'm still living with my mom. But the plan is to move out. It's been to move out. I was just trying to get through what I need to be so I can go ahead and be on my own. Now, my wife was skeptical of me bringing my daughter back to South Carolina only because my mom was like, you know, I want my granddaughter to be here, this, that, and the third. But the whole time, my mom was still drinking. And I didn't want my daughter around that stuff. But I brought her back to be with me, and that was selfish of me now that I think about it. Like, well, not just now that I think about it, but, you know, as I was going through everything, now that I think about it. So now it comes to enrolling my daughter in school, and I register her from school. And in the midst of me bringing my daughter, register her from school, this, that, and the third, I want to say it wasn't even a week, and I get a call from her granddad on her dad's side. Now, mind you, I haven't gotten a call in a minute, a year. Part 26. So now, I'm not sure how the hell the grandfather knew that my daughter was back in South Carolina, but He knew. So when he called me, he was like, "Here, I just want to let you know that I'm here for you. I love you all." And basically that was it. So I'm like, okay, you know, thank you for calling. We love you too. Whatever the case may be. But again, I'm not understanding why he called me. So now, at this time, you know, I told my wife, I'm like, listen, they called me. I'm not sure why they called me, but I just want to let you know that they might try to get in contact with me because Zala's up here. And she was just like, well, you know, it's whatever you want to do. I'm rocking with you. It's your decision. If you want to let her go over there and see them, you can. But I'm not going with you if you go over there because I don't like that side of the family. So I'm like, okay, cool. I haven't heard anything from the family since that day at that time that happened. Okay, once I'm done, I'll give y'all part 27. Part 27. So after me getting that call and telling my wife, I also called my aunt and let her know, like, how about these MFers are now calling me and they never called me before. So not even a few days later, I get an inbox. And the inbox is from my baby daddy. Him basically saying, hold on, I'm gonna let y'all read it. Yeah, go ahead and pause so y'all can go ahead and read it. So yeah, like, I'm in my head, I'm just thinking, like, why the is this man inboxing me? It's been a whole goddamn year. Y'all have not contacted me. Y'all have not done nothing. The same way you was inboxing me saying, oh, you gonna need to talk to her, or you need to talk to me, or some changes gonna be made, or we need to go to court. The same way you could have been checking on your child that whole year when she was gone. But nobody was doing that. Part 28. Y'all, I had a long ass day, but anyways, part 28. So now at this point, me and him is going back and forth because, like, why are you coming in my inbox about my child? Like, you've been there for the last, 6 years? I ain't too much like that. So I had to read his fucking ass. So this is what I said. Okay, y'all seen it, right? Go ahead and pause so y'all can get into it. Then, of course, he tried to come with this BS. So, of course, you know, I had to fucking read him. And at this point, we're still going back and forth because the motherfucker's just not understanding what the fuck I'm saying. So, yeah, like, it really threw me off because you're like, all you got to do is sign your papers or sign your rights over in that. So, like, sir, that's what I've been wanting you to fucking do. And he think a bitch like me is not going to say something back to him? Girl, okay. Anyways, part 29. So, now I'm starting to tell my mom, because again, I was still staying with my mom. I'm starting to tell my mom and my aunt what he's saying to me. And the conversation or the argument is still continuing between me and him. But again, even though I'm young, I'm not no dumbass bitch. You're not going to play me and my motherfucking child. So y'all know I got more screenshots. Let's get it. And y'all see the date, right? Okay, yeah. Here's more. I told y'all I was on his ass. Do not play with me or my motherfucking child. And that's on period. Whole time he's saying it's not about your feelings. It's about Zyla's feelings. But yes, I've been telling your ass this the whole motherfucking time. I'm reading his ass right now for fucking filth. Again, this is in 2016. I done made y'all wait long enough. Okay, part 30. So after I sent him that long ass paragraph, cussing him out, basically letting him know, like, regardless of what you do, it doesn't matter. My daughter's still gonna be straight. You can sign your rights over, you can act an ass, she's still gonna be straight. So of course, him being him, and I know how he is, to this day he's still like this, but this was his response to what I said. And I can't deal with stupidity or the bullshit, so I just had to end it, okay? But hold on, let me get this for y'all. So, as y'all can see the stupidity that he said, this was my response. Y'all see how childish this boy is?